Voila! This is Rochelle, and thank you for joining me here on the Creative Retreat YouTube channel. Today I'm working through the devotional for Come Boldly, and I've actually decided to do something that I've been meaning to do for quite a while, and I thought that this was the perfect opportunity. It's still early in the year, and we can get going. I've taken these 6 journaling cards. I believe that they are a 3x4 journaling card, and I've cut them out with my guillotine. You can obviously do however you do. These are a part of the Faith-Filled Digitals, and they're such a good tool to have. And I think in general, it's not something, even if I did get the physical kit, I would still get the Faith-Filled Digitals. It's really a good add-on, and you can give these cards to people that you meet along the month, and just encourage them with something that you've learned from the devotional. I think it's a very good idea. So I'm just going back and taking last month's devotional cards, as well as this month's ones. And I'm going to kind of punch them with this, I'm going to punch them with this Create 365 Happy Planner Punch. I have one of these at the shop, so you'll see that this is different setting due to just some unforeseen circumstances. But I'll be back at my table soon. Just needed to use the punch and get a few rings and then bind my notebook using these journaling cards. I was battling to get the words there. So these 3x4 journaling cards, just quickly cutting a few more just to give it some thickness, which obviously if I do the full year journaling cards like that, I will have quite a nice thick booklet with some ideas jotted down on the back for reference and just what I've learned and some verses. You can even use some of your elements from your Faithful Digitals and stickers and stamps to then decorate this cute little booklet. I did end up taking a few more of these cards from previous sets that I have left over. I've always wanted to use them kind of thing, but I've never really actually used them. So, unless I use it for decoration. So I think this is a really efficient idea to then use your cards. The mushroom punch, it's called a mushroom punch because it creates a little mushroom kind of shape. They just slot into any of these disc bound rings. And yes, so what I'm going to do next is I'm going to grab my devotional and I'm going to go through these verses at the top and just check out what I'm taking away from each verse. So in my reflections on a monthly basis, I kind of write out the actual verses so that I can remember them. But I also want to just write out some of the ideas that I get from the devotional, some of the thoughts that come out for me specifically regarding the word, and then try and jot down a few ideas and notes so that I can remember it with this little teeny tiny booklet that I get to kind of carry with me. So you can still decorate these. You don't have to fill it with thoughts. You can put a few small decorations on. And like I said, this is so cool because the elements on the Faithful Digitals, the ones you can cut out, is kind of small enough to still decorate, and that just makes me happy. So just going through the word here, checking out what is important for me on every one. You can also decorate the front of these little cards, journaling cards. I have mentioned you can give them away as gifts to people as you've worked through the devotional. Keep them in your car and kind of just hand them out as you see fit. I promise you, since I've started studying the word, really God has brought someone along my path every day that I can share an application of the word that I read in that morning with, and I think it's important. So yes, just jotting down a few of these ideas from both the word and then the devotional, just taking what I can from it, and that helps me to remember even more. So I really like this idea of using a little disc-bound journal. On that, I'm so thankful for having such confidence in who Christ is and in what he had done and in where he is from, so that I'm able to approach him with boldness, with confidence, knowing that he is who he says he is and he will do what he said he will do. He's not a man that he should lie. He really is God, fully human, Jesus, fully God. He has experienced everything that I'm experiencing. He's gone through the things that I'm going through. He's faced the challenges that I have faced, and he understands. And then he acts with grace and with mercy, so that we as sinners, so that we as people who wasn't perfect when we were human or while we are human, Jesus was perfect throughout being human. So we can then boldly come before his throne because of his grace and because of his mercy. We can come and sit at his feet. We can cry like a daughter would on a daddy's lap when a boy's hurt them or whatever. We can come boldly before the throne room with confidence that we won't be shunned away, because he is our Father. God is our Father. He's a good Father. He wants to spend time with you. He's inviting you. It's like when a father has a meeting and his young girl runs into the meeting. Very seldom does a father then push her away or tell her to go outside, but rather he'll go, guys, this is my kid. She's here to speak to me. And then give her a hug, and then maybe send her out. So come boldly today before the throne room of grace with confidence. I hope to see you again soon.